The year was 1846. Hundreds of American families were moving west in search of a better life. Among them was a wagon group later known as the Donner Party. They dreamed of reaching California, a land of opportunity, wealth, and freedom. But none of them knew this journey would become one of the darkest survival stories in human history. The group heard rumors about a shortcut, a faster trail through the mountains. It sounded perfect. But the shortcut was a deadly mistake. The road was rough, filled with giant rocks, steep hills, and endless desert. Their wagons slowed down, supplies began running low, and winter was getting closer every single day. By the time they reached the Sierra Nevada mountains, it was already too late. Snow began falling heavily. At first it looked beautiful, but within days the storm became unstoppable. Massive walls of snow trapped the Donner Party completely. There was no escape. Days turned into weeks. The food supplies disappeared quickly. First they ate the oxen, then the horses. Soon people were boiling animal hides for soup. Some even chewed tree bark to survive. Starvation slowly turned every person into a shadow of themselves. The snow became deeper and deeper. In some places it reached over 22 feet high. Cabins disappeared beneath the storm. The cold froze everything. Outside was death. Inside was hunger. The Donner Party had become prisoners of the mountain. One by one, people started dying. Children cried from hunger. Parents watched helplessly. Frozen bodies remained beside the living. Fear spread through the camp. Everyone knew the terrible truth. If help didn't arrive soon, nobody would survive. Then came the moment that would make history remember the Donner Party forever. There was no food left. People were starving to death. And finally, some survivors made an unimaginable choice. To stay alive, they began eating the bodies of the dead. A small group decided to escape through the mountains and search for help. They called it the Forlorn Hope. The journey was brutal. People collapsed in the snow, some froze to death while walking. And once again, survivors were forced to eat the dead to continue moving forward. Months later, rescue teams finally reached the camp. What they discovered shocked the entire nation. Starving survivors, frozen corpses, cabins filled with death and silence. The mountain had become a graveyard. Out of 87 members of the Donner Party, only 48 survived. Today, the tragedy remains one of America's most horrifying survival stories. Because in those frozen mountains, people were not only fighting the cold, they were fighting the darkest parts of human survival itself.